Okay, so I took off all my makeup and then I sat down to edit, only to realize, guys, I didn't film an intro. So this is my intro. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing, excuse my teeth, I just had like 2 cups of coffee. Coffee tongue. Today we are doing a red lip stunning fall makeup look. So make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and enjoy the video. Bye. Okay, so as you can see, my base is done. I have my contour on, I have my foundation, I have my brows, I'm baking, concealer, all that jazz, all that goodness. And we're just gonna dive straight into this, guys, no joke. So I really didn't want to waste time on doing the base because y'all have seen me do the base a million times. You've seen the primer, you've seen the foundation, you've seen the concealer, you've seen the setting, you've seen the contour. I just really wanted to just go for it. So I say that, and now I'm sitting here like, I don't know what palette I want to use. We're gonna use Jawbreaker, actually. We're gonna use Jawbreaker. I think this is gonna turn out to be a pretty fun look. Okay. It's been a minute since I used her. Alright, let's just get straight to it. I need to clean my brushes. Ooh! Y'all like how I came prepared for this video? Like my hair's up and it's done and I'm dressed cute and it's just like yes fall, yes fall, yes fall. And it's not, it don't feel like fall. It don't feel like fall. Alright, so let's just go ahead and dive straight in with a JH32. And let's go into the shade Good Morning. Even though it's so not morning here. You know what I do want to do? No. We're just gonna go straight in. No primer. I'm out of my Morphe primer and I don't like the primer I got from BoxyCharm. So we're not using primer. Alright, so we're just gonna take a Good Morning and lightly put her in our crease. So I was sitting here and last Friday I told y'all I was like, I was having issues figuring out what to film, and then I was like, oh my gosh, you know what I haven't filmed in a long time? A red lip look. So now we're gonna go into cone on that same brush. So I was like, I need to do a red lip look. We are approaching red lip season, ladies and gentlemen. I need to do a red lip look. That, I love red lip looks. I feel like that is just like my moment right there. A good bright red lip. And like finding that perfect red for you, I feel like it's actually a lot of work. A lot of people don't realize how much work finding that red lip that works for you really is. It's, y'all, it's a lot of work. And thankfully I have 2 that are like my ride or die reds. One is Tarte and one is actually Too Faced. Gingerbread Girl. Ooh, she is my jam when I'm looking for like a deeper, more orangey red, more orangey like brownie red. She's my jam. But when I'm looking for like that wham bam in your face Marilyn Monroe red, it's my Tarte. What shade is this? Extra. Huh. It's funny. Because I'm feeling extra. Get it? Not that okay. Okay, so we've gone in with Good Morning and Cone. We've put them both in our crease. And I really don't want to take this too deep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into T.C.E. And I say I don't want to take this to you. You're probably sitting there thinking, bitch, Tasty dark. Yeah, no, Tasty's dark, but watch. So we're gonna take Tasty and we're just gonna tap, 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 tap. And it's gonna ever so, like, the brush is just barely touching my eye. And we're really focusing most of that pigment on the outer part, as you can see. Just barely touching the eye. And then pat, 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 a pat, 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 a pat, pat, pat. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm very much sober, that's the scary part. And again, on the other eye. Just barely touching this brush to my eye. And I'm going in windshield wiping motions. I'm not going in like buffing action or anything like that. Like, it just barely touched my eye, y'all. No joke. If you need to raise your eyebrows, raise your eyebrows. I don't care what nobody says. If it gives you wrinkles, it gives you wrinkles. Wrinkles are a sign of wisdom. That's what I keep telling myself because I don't feel like paying for Botox. Truth is real, guys. Truth is real. Okay. Now, like, literally, that's pretty much all I'm doing. What I do want to do, though, I want to take a slightly smaller fluffy brush. This is a JH6. Yes, JH6. And I want to go into Virgin. She's that nice pasty white. And I want to just tap that on the inner corner of my lid. And then on both sides, just gonna tap. And then I'm gonna ever so slightly buff it upwards. Just to really add some brightness on that inner part of our eye. Because I am gonna go in with a little bit of shimmer. But before I do that, I really wanna just brighten that inner corner. And I wanna try to keep it matte. I'm just gonna put a pop of shimmer straight on the center of my lid. But you see how much that just kind of opened up our eyes? I feel like this one needs a little more. Just fluff her up towards the brow. If you bring it all the way up towards the brow, it's not that big of a deal. Just make sure you kind of fluff it out. That way it's not like stark white line. Okay. I'm very happy with where that is. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my finger and I'm gonna go into Jawbreaker. And I'm just gonna tap her smack dab in the center of the lid itself. Just to add a little something, something. You know what I mean? Okay, so the first thing we wanna do is line our lips. Now we're gonna very carefully, because it's red. Red is very unforgivable. So a trick to make sure they're even, take your mirror and hold it upside down. Like so. Okay. Now we do the top. It really helps if you prop your elbows, so that way you're still. So when I'm doing red and I'm doing my top lip, I like to start on the outside and then do the inside. And I don't overline because I go through and then I adjust. Because notice I'm not doing it in one motion. I'm just kind of like wing liner. And then at the Cupid's bow, we're gonna do an X. And you want to make sure your pencil is not dull or dried out, because that's just gonna make this so much harder. So now we're gonna do this. Okay, and now I'm gonna go through and actually start lining way closer to the outside of my lid. And if I do any overlining, it's gonna take place here. Notice I am doing this very slowly and carefully. I'm really taking my time with it. And then to make sure they're even, trick. Okay. I lost the lid. That was stressful. Red is just, it can be so stressful, y'all. Alright, so now we are going to go in with our Tarteist lip paint in this shade Extra. And I'm gonna dot, pat. So using a deeper liner, while it is very 90s-esque, notice it is in the same shade family. So it's not like I'm doing a nude lip and a deep brown. And I'm gonna show you why I'm using this color in a second. And notice I'm not bringing that red all the way up to where I have that liner. I'm gonna show you why in a second. Give this a second to dry. While it's drying, we're gonna dust off our bake. when it comes to red lipstick, I really like to really give it that time to dry. But what I'll do is I'll go through, I'll do like my eyelid makeup, and then I will go through after I do my lips, and I'll finish off my face. So we're just gonna take some Flower Beauty blush in the shade Warm Hibiscus, because I am gonna go in with a bronzer, but I just wanna add a little bit of pinkness to my cheeks. And take my relatively matte face here and make it just a little less matte, which is why I'm going in with this particular blush, because it does have gold reflex in it. And it's one of those shades that works very well with my skin, especially during fall, because fall is when I tend to do my matte shades. Now notice I'm applying blush, but I'm not smiling, because your cheeks, they go up when you smile. I want my cheeks, I want the rosiness to fall where my natural cheeks are. So I'm not smiling when I do this. Okay, let's do our lower lash line here. Take our little fluffy brush. This is a Morphe. I don't know, it rubbed off, but she looks like that. All right, and then we're gonna take a Jawbreaker, and we're gonna go straight into cone. I'm not playing any games. We're just gonna pop that lightly on our lower lash line, just to give a little bit of pigment, but not too much. And I want to go with a lighter color instead of a darker color, because when you do a lighter color, it's gonna naturally open your eyes more. And because we have such a dramatic lip, I don't want super dramatic eyes. And that's literally all I'm doing to the lower lash line. I am going to dust this brush off though, and I'm gonna dip back into Virgin, that stark matte white that we used, and I'm just gonna tap that on the inner corner like so. No shimmer, just matte. That is gonna naturally, without taking too much away from our lips, that is gonna make it nice and bright on that inner corner, making us look more awake, more rested, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, wide-eyed, whatever you want to say. All right, let's do some liner. Our lips are almost dry. They're taking a second, y'all. It takes time. All right, so for liner, of course, I'm gonna do a just nice little wing. And because I really want to control how dramatic this wing is, I'm starting with my wing. And I'm starting at the very edge of my eye and just lightly flicking upwards. Like so. Okay. Now I'm gonna draw my actual line. Y'all, I cannot talk and do wing liner to save my life. Okay, so this, just so we're all on the same page here, is the Maybelline HyperEasy eyeliner. I actually really like this for being a drugstore eyeliner. It is super, super easy to use. It doesn't irritate my eyes, which wearing contacts, almost everything irritates my eyes. Alright, so I'm bringing that line as far in as I can without taking my eyeball off. Okay. Success, and we did not take the eyeball off. Ooh, that is a rare occasion. You know what that means? It's gonna be a good day. Okay. We're nice and dry. Actually, let's let it dry for like 2 more seconds. Let's pop some highlighter on. All right, we are gonna use the Artist Couture. And we're just gonna I'm like doing this without a mirror. Do as I say, not as I do. And I am bringing it a little on my cheeks just to add a little bit of extra. And then we're gonna dust it right over our brows and right at the tip of our nose. I do like to bring it when I'm doing like a relatively simple eye look and a relatively simple like makeup. I do like to bring my highlighter a little bit on my cheeks because I do feel like it kind of just brightens me up, and when I smile it just has a cute little glow. Yeah, okay. By the way, this is the shade Illuminati. Okay. Okay. Let's bronze up our skin, and then we will go through and we will finish our lips. So we're just gonna take a nice fluffy brush. We're gonna take our Doll 10 Golden Pearl Body Bronzer, and we're just gonna, on the outside parts of our face, not really hitting like my jawline where I did my baking, just everywhere else. And not really hitting where I hit my contour either. I am, however, gonna go, I have not dipped back into it, by the way. I'm just gonna tap a little bit on my nose, just to kind of warm up my face, because we have a very dramatic look happening. All right. Our lips are dry. So before we set our face, that's the key part. You want to wait before you set your face. Go back in with that liner and deepen that X where your Cupid's bow is, and then smile, and we're gonna go line, 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 line. Notice We are leaving the dead center of our bottom lip alone. Line, 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 line. Okay, so it's barely noticeable to the naked eye. But if you notice, I have a little bit more of a pout. So it's not necessarily that it's making my lips substantially bigger, but when I'm just sitting naturally, I have a little bit more of a pout, and my Cupid's bow is just a smidge bit more pronounced because I don't like the pointy Cupid's bow. I prefer the more rounded appearance. So by drawing that X, it makes it just a smidge more pronounced. And then by leaving the center of our lip just the color of the lipstick, it appears to be slightly lighter in color, which is what is going to give us that. So, all right, let's set our face. All right, so to set my face, I just went in with some Supergoop SPF 50 setting spray. Now, normally I would apply lashes with a look like this. Unfortunately, I'm out of glue and I was irresponsible and I didn't buy some. I'm good at this, y'all. I've been doing makeup for a long time, can you tell? Let's take some Better Than Sex mascara. So the thing with looks like this that you want to remember, your main focus is the lips. You want to do simple eyes. I mean, if you really want, you can do a dark, sultry eye. But for like a daytime look, you want to keep it simple. If you're going out and you're going to be in the darkness, that's a whole different story. But for a daytime look, where you are out and about and you are out in sunlight, you want to tame it down a little bit. You want your main focus to be the lips. The way to remember it, honestly, and this is how I deal with it. This is what my mom taught me. And it's the same with clothing, actually. When your focus is on one area, you don't want to draw focus to another. So, like clothing, for example. If you're wearing a low-cut shirt, you don't want to go through and wear some booty shorts because you want to bring the attention to one asset or another. You don't want to do two, because that takes away the focus. So for makeup, when you're focused, when you have such a dramatic color like red on your lips, you don't want to take the focus away from that and do a deep eye, like a deep, sultry, smoky eye. You really want to keep it simple. Think Marilyn Monroe, Betty Page. Every time they would have a bold lip, the eye was always very simple. Now, if you're doing, I mean, think about it when we're doing like deep, dark eyeshadow or bright eyeshadow, very rarely do we pair that with a bold lip. You really don't want to, if you spend an hour and a half doing an eye look and then you do a bold lip, you're taking away the attention from that eye look, and that was your main focus. So you really want to just draw the focus to one area. Now, if you pair your eyeliner right, you can still have two focal points, but it's going to be different focal points. Like for me, for example, when I do red lips and I just do something simple on my eyes with some black wing liner, my focal point is definitely my lip color, but you also can't help but notice how blue my eyes are. See what I'm saying? And then if you have like hazel eyes and you want to do like a deep purple, that is going to bring out the more green in your eyes. So you can play around with the eyeliner, but you want to keep it the deeper colors of that spectrum. So if you wanted to use, we'll say gold for your eyeliner because it makes a certain color, it brings out a certain color in your eye, opt for more of a deeper gold, or even, hear me out, use it as your inner corner highlight, or you can do it on the bottom lash. I recommend for like a wing liner, you keep it deep purple, even a navy blue, black, brown, even a copper. But if you need like a bright color to bring out a certain aspect of your eye, try it as your inner corner highlight, or even just like what I did with cone, do it as your lower lash line shadow. Because you don't, if you're gonna spend so long bringing the focus to your lips, you don't want to take away from that, but you also don't want to hide your other assets. So there's that, keep that in mind. All right guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know, I was watching Dynasty and Fallon's red lip, and I was just like, ugh, I want red lipstick. And then I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw a lot of red lipstick, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's red lipstick season. I have to do red lipstick. And it's been so long since I have done red lipstick. Like, no joke. It has been so long. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. We have BoxyLuxe unboxing coming soon. I'm just waiting on it. Yes, not only did I resubscribe to BoxyCharm, but I re-upgraded to BoxyLuxe. So we'll see what they have to offer. I literally have no idea what's supposed to come in this BoxyLuxe. I knew what was supposed to come in this base box. But because I wasn't planning on upgrading to Luxe, I didn't, yeah. All right, so make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.